Hello my lovely cupcakes and welcome back to my channel. Did you guys like that new intro? I realized I always call you guys my cupcakes in my description box, so that's where the inspiration came from. Today we'll be reviewing the new CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation with SPF 20. I have it in the color Buff Beige. Is there any number to this? As you guys can see, my skin is going through something, I don't know. I haven't broken out like this in a very long time and it was kind of concerning me. So I went to my dermatologist and she pretty much just said it has to do with my allergies, like my skin's just reacting really sensitively to allergies. I have really bad allergies during spring. It's to a point where sometimes I can't even wear makeup because I'm just so congested that everything's a mess. I'm like melting down. So with that said, I probably won't be applying anything too heavy on my eyes. Maybe some liner and mascara, or maybe I'll just throw on some lashes, but I don't think I'll be applying any eyeshadow today. So with that out of the way, let's get into the details of the foundation. So this is how the foundation looks like. It comes in a glass container with a plastic cap. I don't know how I feel about that cap because it makes it look that much like drugstore-y. I just realized the lights in the back is on and I usually never have that on, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off and I'll be right back. Much better. So if you take the cap off, it comes with a pump, which I really appreciate. Pump is always better than no pump. First of all, there's 14 shades, which is a lot for drugstore foundation, and I really appreciate that because it makes it that much easier for you to pick close to perfect color. So on the CoverGirl's website, it says, discover healthy looking skin bottled. New Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation is infused with vitamin E, B3, B5, plus SPF 20 for correction, protection, and perfection all in one. This full coverage foundation makes skin glow with a healthy look from the inside out. On the website, it retails for $8.74. Parentheses, prices may vary because I purchased this at CVS and it was like $13, $14 or something, which is like a lot more. So if you really want to get that closest to your perfect shade, I would suggest you purchase it online because it is a lot cheaper, first of all. Unless you have some CVS extra bucks rewards or whatever, then that may be a better option for you. So I've already moisturized my skin with my regular moisturizer that I always use. For a primer, I'll be using the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. Looks like this. Here comes the cat ears. I'm just going to apply the primer right on the areas where I need it the most, which is pretty much like the central part of my face. Shake it up real good. It says it's a lightweight full coverage makeup. I don't know why. I don't really have high hopes for this because my expectation of a full coverage foundation is way up there that I'm not really expecting much out of this in terms of coverage. Alright, let's bring you guys a little closer. Woo! That is so close. You guys can see all of my breakouts right now. Alright, let's go ahead and get this started. Oh, that looks like a good color. Okay, I'm gonna first try it on the right side. No, let's start with the left side. I'm gonna apply the brush with this side. This kind of smells like conditioner, like for your hair. Oh, I'm using the Morphe E6 brush. Like always, there is a coupon code. Oh yeah, this smells like hair conditioner. I feel like I have something that smells exactly like this. So that blended super fast. The color seems to match me almost exactly to a perfect shade. So that's how it looks first layer. Obviously, like I had already expected, the coverage is not like the full coverage from the first layer. It's like light coverage, not even a full medium, just a good light coverage. It's not clinging onto any dry patches right now except for my breakout area, which I already knew it was gonna do that, so that's okay. I'm gonna try and apply a second layer before I do the Beauty Blender side, just so I can see what I'm working with. Yeah, I'd say it was pretty buildable. Still not a full coverage, but that was buildable. Now it's like a pretty solid medium coverage. You can definitely tell the difference between my foundation side and no foundation side. It definitely evened out my skin tone. It looks very natural. It feels very lightweight. It hasn't completely settled down yet. I still feel a little bit of tackiness. So I'm gonna let that set while I'm working on the Beauty Blender side. By the way, that was a full pump and a half on this side of my face. Handy dandy Beauty Blender. So like most of my foundation reviews, the brush side definitely gave better coverage, but in terms of application, Beauty Blender definitely looks much better. It almost feels like I have like nothing on my face, and it settled into my skin a lot nicer. So I think I actually like the Beauty Blender application a lot better. I'm gonna see if the second layer is going to build up to the same amount of coverage as the brush did. So that was definitely buildable, about the same as the brush side. I think it looks much better than the brush side because it just settled onto my skin a lot nicer. The coverage is still not a full coverage. It's still like a medium coverage, but I don't think I want to apply any more layers because it's gonna feel, I mean, it doesn't feel like anything right now, and I like the way it feels right now. So I don't want to interrupt that with like layering on more and more foundation. So I think I'm just gonna leave it as it is, and I'll probably just spot conceal the areas that I need a little bit of more help with. It is currently 2:53. We'll call it 3 o'clock. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I kept it really simple with the makeup. Threw on some eyeliner and some Demi Wispy lashes. These are my go-to on the days where I just don't feel like wearing any eyeshadows. Then I'll just throw these on and I'll be good to go. I did set my foundation very lightly, only because I kind of had to, but the powder that I'm wearing is my favorite of all times right now. It's the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. Bronzer is my everyday Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and blush, I am still wearing the LA Girl Just Blushing Blush in Just Natural. I need to stop wearing this because I like wear it religiously and you guys are probably sick of it. My highlighter is Becca Cosmetics Opal. And on my lips is the L'Oreal Infallible Paints in Spicy Blush. I wore this in my prom makeup tutorial, which by the time you're watching this, I'll probably already have it up, so I'll link it down below. Favorites, you know, I'm literally just wearing like my everyday favorites right now. So going back to the reason why I had to set the foundation, initially I was planning on just setting the under eyes because that's usually the area that I need to focus, like I have to set it. But I don't know if you guys can see on camera, like I'm looking at my LCD screen right now and it doesn't look that bad, but it has oxidized like probably like another half shade darker. Here, for reference, this is my color on my body and this is pretty much close to like my face color, and look how much darker my face is compared to this color right here. It started oxidizing like almost immediately, pretty much like maybe, I think like 5 minutes in it started to oxidize, so I had to set it. Although this powder is translucent, it has like a slight extra coverage that'll give like a lighter look to it, like a brighter look, so I had to lightly set it. And it looks a lot better now, but I'm just kind of afraid that it'll oxidize even more. I'm hoping that it'll just stay as it is like right now. As you guys can see in the close-up, the foundation is looking very nice. It feels really lightweight. It settled into my skin really nicely. I definitely think the Beauty Blender side is settled in much nicer than the brush side. If you look from far away, it looks about the same, but like when I'm looking at it closely, I can definitely tell that the Beauty Blender side looks a lot smoother and it just settled in a lot nicer. They both feel exactly the same, nothing different. It just feels so lightweight. I really like it. I did spot conceal my like little breakouts, with my Tarte Shape Tape concealer because I didn't want to layer on any more foundation. The only other concern that I have is when I'm looking really closely at the mirror, my pores look pretty damn big. Even though I applied a smoothing primer, I can still noticeably see my pores right here. So that is a bit of a concern right now. Not to a point where I'm like, I hate this foundation because my pores look huge, but I don't really have this concern with other foundations, so it is new to me that this is making it look like that. But overall, foundation looks okay, so I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna really try and wear this for about 7 to 8 hours. I usually don't wear my foundation any more than like 8 hours, so that's pretty much how long I'm gonna try and wear it. And we'll just see how oily this gets. I have like normal to combination oily skin. Not too extremely oily, but I do tend to get oily like on the T-zone and like sides of my nose and chin area, so we'll be on the lookout for that. I usually don't touch up either, so I probably won't anyway, so you guys can see. Right now it is 3:21 in the afternoon. We'll just call it 3:20. I've been doing check-ins with my phone camera and you guys don't seem too bothered by it, so I'll still be checking in with that. But I am planning on getting a new vlogging camera because right now I have the Canon Mini X something like that, which has the fisheye lens. I got it initially to do vlogs with, but I realized it distorts a lot of my face. We'll see how that works, but once I get that, I will definitely get back into weekly vlogging and I will do check-ins with that as well, so you guys can see a lot better and you don't see like a distorted version of my face. So yeah, I don't have much to do today. I do have some errands to run, and that's about it. So I will see you guys at the midday. Alright, time for mid checkup. It is currently 6:07 right now. I'm in my car in front of my mom's house. I just came here because she said she had steamed crabs and she wanted to give it to me. It's been 3 hours since I first applied my makeup. Right now the weather is like 65 degrees, so really nice. It's nice and cool. The foundation didn't oxidize any more than the initial time it oxidized, so that was really nice, but it still is like a little bit darker than, you know, my neck and the rest of my body, so it's probably my fault. Maybe I should have gotten a color that was a little bit lighter, but other than that, foundation looks great. It looks really nice actually. I mean, under the slide it looks really nice. The pore area that I was concerned with, it just kind of stayed the same, nothing too different. Like, it didn't accentuate it like any more than it kind of did before from the initial first application. Oiliness, like nothing else really picking through, but I think that has to do with the powder since I set it. If I didn't, then I think it definitely would have like started to peek out some oil because I can kind of feel it. But yeah, 3 hours in, makeup still looks really good. I love like the natural dew that this is giving me. It's not like oily. I'm not particularly concerned with any specific areas. I looked at like the creases of my nose, under my chin, and everything still looks really good. So I'm really excited about this. I'm gonna try and wear this foundation for like 3 to 4 more hours, and we'll see how this looks towards the end of the day. I'm really proud of myself for wearing these lashes all day. Like, I literally wore them all day and I didn't really mind it. Alright guys, time for our final checkup. It has been a long day, although I didn't really do much, but it was a long day. It is currently 9:50 at night. I've worn this makeup for 7 hours now. Let's take a closer look at the foundation. So everything still looks pretty much the same as how I applied it. I'm pretty shocked actually that it lasted this long. I'm mostly surprised / impressed with how matte I stayed. Like, I am not oily, almost like at all. It's like exactly how I first applied it, and I'm really impressed. The only thing I'd say is like around my nose area, like this entire tip and the sides of my nose area pretty much faded. That usually happens to me with any other foundations because I touch like my nose a lot, especially right now with allergies. I blow my nose, I like touch it and, you know, all that stuff. But like, no separation, no dry patches, like everything looks really good. Besides the midday check-in, I didn't really get to look at it too closely, and I'm really just surprised at how amazing it still looks. Like, it still looks exactly the same. I'm happy with how it didn't oxidize any more than it already did. And I'm really, really happy with how there's like no creasing, no separation, no clinging onto dry patches, and my pores just, it looks exactly the same as how I applied it initially. Normally throughout the day, I get a little oily, you know, like I have normal to combination skin, and I know I set my foundation today. Even when I do that with all of my other foundations, I still get a little bit oily because I have normal to combination skin. I usually like a slightly dewy finish, so this is like perfect for me. And I've worn this for 7 hours and it still looks like this. Like, I'm really, really surprised. And you know, on top of that, the foundation felt like almost nothing. It was so lightweight. I really, really liked it. I can't believe this foundation was better than like my $60-something Armani foundation. Like, are you serious right now? Yeah, guys, no complaints here. This foundation is amazing. It's amazing. Like $9? I would choose this over the $60-something Armani foundation any day. There you have it, guys. That completes my first impression on this new CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir foundation. This was definitely a hit for me. I'm gonna definitely be going out and purchasing a lighter shade to test out, but I know I'm already gonna like it even more than how much I like this right now. If you guys are interested in purchasing this foundation for yourself, I will go ahead and link it down below so you guys can just click and purchase. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments down below what you guys would like to see next, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!